Welcome to DD Reports. I'm your host, DD. Like, share, subscribe. I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be good. I did get a chance to look at this yet, but I want to look at this and I want to do a review and a reaction all in one. So it's about a guy named Nick. His name is Nick. I'm going to put it's a content creator. I'm going to put it down in the comments. Make sure you look for it if you want to see the full content. The content's over an hour. So I just took a couple segments out just to get an idea of what's going on in North Carolina. He's in North Carolina. He's walking around. So I want to check it out. So we're just going to go right into it. No delay. Check it out. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe, please. But in the meantime, let's get into it.
How you guys doing? Good, good. We're live right now. We're talking to you guys. Oh, so sorry, ma'am. Who are you going to be voting for?
I'm going to be voting for, it's hard right now because going on. But I heard supposed to be a female in the office, so I'm going to vote for her.
Oh, so
What did he just say? Did he say female? He gonna be voting for a female enough? Do that again, man.
voting for?
I'm going to be voting for, it's hard right now because going on. But I heard supposed to be a female in the office, so I'm going to vote for her.
He
Oh, so you
heard
heard
there's gonna be a female. He's gonna vote for her. Okay. All right. Let me hear more. That's different.
You're going to be a female?
Yeah. So I'm going to vote for a female in the office.
Oh, wait. Come over here, brother.
Or they get Joe Biden a second chance, I might vote for him. But Trump, he got to go.
If they give Joe Biden a second chance, he'll go for him. This can't be. Okay. Oh, let me rewind that again. Hold on.
Vote for a female in the office.
Oh, wait. Come over here, brother.
Or they get Joe Biden a second chance, I might vote for him. But Trump, he got to go. He has to go.
Oh, okay. Come over here, man. What's your name? All right, and who are you going to be voting for?
You said what my voting for?
Yeah.
Trump.
Trump.
Yeah.
Your voting right there was just going to be voting for Kamala Harris because she's a woman. Do you think people should be voting off of gender? She a nat-nat.
Huh?
She a nat-nat. And you, man, who are you gonna be voting for?
I can't vote, I'm a felon.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. You can't vote because he's a felon. And what about you right here? Who are you gonna be voting for? You ain't scared no camera.
You say what I'm voting for?
Yeah.
I ain't voting for nobody. You
Oh, come on.
Nah, I'm playing though. I ain't voting for nobody for real.
He's gonna be voting for Kamala Harris. He can't vote because he's a felon. And he.
I'm a felon too.
Really? What you guys
Yeah,
do
yeah.
to become felons?
See, I'm a convicted felon, you feel me?
What?
Murder charge.
You're a convicted felon, and you walking around? Wait a minute. He playing, right? He got to be playing.
He's gonna be voting for Kamala Harris. He can't vote because he's a felon. And he.
I'm a felon too.
Really? What you
Yeah,
guys do
yeah.
to become felons?
See, I'm a convicted felon, you feel me? Murder charge. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez, talking to murders out here.
I'm not old enough to vote yet, though.
Oh, okay. No. All right,
How
have a
do
good
you
one,
walk
man.
around and you got a murder charge? I don't know what's going on, but play on. Let me hear more. Wow.
How you doing? Good. Awesome. How you doing? My name's Nick.
Okay, Stuart.
Stuart.
Like Allie and Celia and Daniel.
Great. We're talking to people here in Charlotte and in North Carolina as far as like who's going to be winning the swing state of North Carolina. We've been to all 7 swing states except for Georgia. We're going there tomorrow.
Okay.
And who do you guys think wins the state of North Carolina?
Oh, definitely Josh Stein. Yeah, we're hoping 100%.
Presidentially?
For the president. for the president.
Absolutely, Kamala Harris.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What makes you want to vote for Kamala Harris?
Well, I've got a daughter that looks up to her and sees that strong, independent women, what they can do if they put their mind to it, can reach the top of the political spectrum and become president. So, you know, the fact that having to deal with another 4 years of Donald Trump would not be something that I would want our family to have to live through again.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he has his points. Just not okay. She's a female. I just can't believe that was an answer. I just can't believe that's an answer. But I like the fact that he's going right into it. Why? His daughter wanna. She's looking up to Kamala. And there's some policies that he like. I guess he's gonna get into it. Let's check it out. Let's see.
Security level, who do you think would be best to keep you and your family safe?
Well, I think Kamala Harris has our best interest in mind for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think Trump and his cabinet and his followers look out for themselves, and I don't think that they think that the average working American is at their best interest, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to say anything? Do you wanna, no? Okay.
Okay, so right now the main things the candidates are running for are 1, women's rights and abortion,
Yep.
2,
Yep.
inflation, and 3, the border.
Yep.
And yesterday some news came out because Kamala Harris did visit the border,
Yep, saw that.
and it comes out that over 300,000 children have gone missing from migrant children have gone missing underneath the Biden-Harris administration, and then that over 10,000 murders and sex offenders were released by ICE as well into the country. Does that worry you?
Well, I'd like to hear your opinion.
I really enjoy talking about that.
Yeah, we'd love to talk about it.
Absolutely. I definitely don't think as much damage has been done in general as it was under the Trump administration's first administration, mainly because that was the first administration to purposely separate children from their families.
Okay, let me go back and hear that again. She says this is something that Trump did. We need to hear this pretty clearly.
I don't think as much damage has been done in general as it was under the Trump administration's first administration, mainly because that was the first administration to purposely separate children from their families. That kind of damage has caused.
Trump separate the kids from the family? Let me see something. I got something queued up. I got something sitting here. Let me switch this out because I heard this before, and I got something sit here already. Let me see something. Hold on. Let me put something in.
President Trump meeting with Republican Senator Richard Shelby and Shelley Moore Capito in the Oval Office behind closed doors, hoping to come to a decision on an immigration bill to please both sides of the aisle. This is amid the growing backlash against the zero tolerance policy.
Let me explain. This is 2018. This is 2018. This is what's filmed. So I want you to understand this is 2018 because I heard this before, and I happen to have this already queued. I already had this already sitting here, and I'm looking at it. What she just said about the separation of kids. But this was filmed in 2018 of what was reported back then. So let's check it out and see what they say.
We are monitoring this meeting. We're going to bring you any headlines that come out of it.
Well, President Trump hitting back hard at critics of his immigration policies earlier today. Take a listen.
The United States will not be a migrant camp, and it will not be a refugee holding facility. It won't be. You look at what's happening in Europe, you look at what's happening in other places, we can't allow that to happen to the United States, not on my watch. We want safety and we want security for our country.
Joining me now to discuss this is Ken Paxton, Texas Attorney General. General, good to see you. What do you think about what the president said?
Look, his job is to enforce existing law, not to make it up. Under President Obama, he clearly did not enforce existing law, and we created an incentive for people to come here with their children because they'd be released. What President Trump is doing is he's securing the border just like he said he would do.
Well, let's talk about what existing law is, because some people are saying that he is making up with regard to separation of family. Rich Lowry wrote a piece a couple of weeks ago in National Review about
This is separate. Now, that's what she was talking about, but this is 2018, and I heard this before. And that's why I queued it up, because I heard it before, and it was just something I really wanted to touch on. Let me rewind just a little bit. Here we go.
A couple of weeks ago, a National Review about separation and when it happens. He said separation happens only if officials find that the adult is falsely claiming to be the child's parent, or is a threat to the child, or is put into criminal proceedings. Now, that sounds relatively reasonable as why you would separate children from adults. Is that true?
So if they don't know who the guardian is, by law, it's a bill. It says here that was issued in 1997. Let me see something. Hold on.
No, that's absolutely true. Those are the reasons that we separate parents from children, and that's required under a consent decree that the Clinton administration negotiated back in 1997. So this has been the law since 97.
So the president has not changed existing immigration law with regard to separation of children from their parents.
That's correct. President Obama ignored existing law and thus created an incentive for people to come here with their children. And really effectively what we have with that type of system is we have open borders. We don't really have a border. We don't really have security. We've just opened it up to anybody that decides they want to bring children, and then they're effectively let go into our country.
Well, one thing that President Obama...
That's interesting, because going back to the young lady and what she said that Trump was just separating people from their kids. But listening to this, they have to prove if they're the guardianship, because they use kids to come across the board, no matter who the parents or where the parents are located. That's interesting. Okay.
How you guys doing?
I just want to get to the bottom of what she just said. Let me hear her. Let me just hear her.
Children from their families. That kind of damage has caused a lot of repercussions. repercussions, mainly because that was the first administration to purposely separate from their families. That kind of damage has caused a lot of. I really don't think as much damage has been done in general as it was under the Trump administration's first administration, mainly because that was the first administration to purposely separate children from their families. That kind of damage has caused a lot of repercussions within our own country. We have a lot of undocumented children here that were separated purposely from their families, which has led to a lot of trauma in our public school systems, which also the Trump administration is trying to systematically dismantle.
Okay, and do you work in the public school system?
I sure do.
And have you seen migrant children that were separated from their families?
I have. I've seen a lot of children who've been separated from not only one parent or the other, but from both. And parents who actually are looking for their children still actively today.
Really?
Yeah.
And so do you think, because that is extremely sad for any child to be not with their parents or to potentially be missing in the United States, what do you think the Democratic Party and the Republican Party could do? Because obviously there was stuff happening underneath the Trump administration as well, and now recently over 300,000 migrant children have gone missing. What do you think both parties could do together to make it so that no children go missing in that way, and to keep the border secure and to keep people from coming into the country illegally? Because that's where the issues come from when they come across the border illegally. What could both parties do to work together to solve the situation?
During this administration, there have been quite a few bipartisan bills introduced to help protect our borders. And I think that those have also been purposely ignored due to the MAGA Republicans. And it's really important to note that not all Republicans fall under that extremism.
Okay. I want to see this bill. See, this is what we, I'm not going to pick a side on this one. I'm just going to just check and see what's going on. Okay. She said there's a bipartisan bill. Let me see real quick. Let me see. Bipartisan bill. Let me pull it up over here and I'm going to put it up on the screen because that's interesting because there was a border bill for the Senate to sign. Okay, I got something right here. But that's interesting because the question is why they didn't, I got it right here, why they didn't go through. So I just want to find out. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. Okay. Woo. And we got, what we got? Okay. U.S. Senate. Oh, hold on. Unveils a $118 billion. That's what bill, border security. But I didn't know about the aid for Ukraine and Israel was in it too. So what we got here? It says here, the U.S. Senate on Sunday, this is February 5th, 2024. This is when that bill was on the floor. Unveiled a $118 billion bipartisan border security bill. That's the name of it. Interesting. That would also provide aid to Ukraine. That don't have nothing to do with the border. But okay, in Israel. But that don't have nothing to do. Okay, but it promptly slammed into opposition from the House of Representatives. So she's accusing Trump or the MAGA party from not getting behind the bill. But let's see what's in it. I want to see what's in this bill. Okay. In addition to $20 billion for border security, the bill included $60 billion to support Ukraine. Wait a minute. Okay, here's the breakdowns. Where does the $118 billion in the U.S. Senate bill go? Okay, if it would have passed, it would have went $2.4 billion would have went to just to that's the Red Sea. That's over there by Taiwan, China. Okay. And then you got, we got, oh, I'm sorry, not the Red Sea. That's over there by the Middle East. And then you got the Pacific, and that's what, 4.8. And then you got Gaza, $10 billion. Then you got Israel. What'd that say? 14. The border gets 20 out of 118 billion. And then Ukraine gets 60. What's going on here? I see why they said this ain't a border bill. This is free money for the world. That's what this is. Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna go further. I'm gonna do a little research. I'm gonna come back And I'm going to chop up some more videos, but that's interesting because I want to know what's in the bill. People need to go look at the bills and see why they reject them on both sides. Don't matter. But you need to know because we don't know. It's your boy Didi. Make sure you like, share, and comment. Thank you all. And I would honestly say to you, go research. And I'll talk to you later. Didi, and I'm gone.